Excellent. I'll tell you a little story. Do I have time for a story?
Absolutely.
Many years ago, let's call it 16 years ago, I came to this class and I sat where, what's your first name?
Jay.
Jay. Oh, that's like Jay. I sat where Jay is sitting and I took the class, and the first ice cream that came out was a Merlot ice cream with wine, Merlot wine. And I sat there because you'll all taste it. We give out these cups and everybody gets to taste it. When my cup was brought to me, I tasted it. Now, this is a true story, 100% true. I tasted the ice cream, put my spoon back, I got up, I walked outside, I took my phone and I called my wife and I said, Rose, we're going to be rich because this crap is awful. I can do much better. That's sure as hell what I told her. And then not 2 months later, I decided to make a go of it. I wasn't doing anything. I spent my life as a photographer, and I thought, I love ice cream. I mean, you may like ice cream. You don't hold a candle to it. I love ice cream. When I was a kid, my parents would get half gallons of Breyers. That was the popular thing back then. And I, when they went to bed, would sneak into the freezer, take the Breyers out, open the bottom, and eat the ice cream, and then put it back so they wouldn't know. I love ice cream. So I made it my goal to make ice cream the way, well, some of you are a little older, to make it taste like when we were kids. Because ice cream is the quintessential dessert. It's creamy, it's smooth, it's flavorful, it's sweet. That's what I want in ice cream. So I set out to do that, and the way I did it was not by getting stuff off the shelf in cans and bottles and jars. I went to the supermarket. And it says right here, make incredible ice cream without buying jugs, cans, or jars of flavors or colors. Go supermarketing. By the way, this is included in your boot camp, this book. So it says, go supermarketing. And that's what I did. I bought a small machine, the 6-quart machine. And I didn't even know how to hook it up or anything. I knew nothing. I bought the machine, and then I went to the supermarket.
See, now we can't even hear.
In the supermarket, I took a cart and went up and down the aisles, and everything I saw that I thought, ooh, that would probably make a good ice cream. I didn't care what it was, whether it was boxes of Jell-O or Snickers bars or cake mixes. I didn't care. If I thought it could make a great ice cream, I bought it. And I spent $175 at the supermarket, and I took it all home, and I put it on the counter, and then I started experimenting. And I knew what I wanted it to taste like, every flavor. And originally I had 16 flavors when I first opened up my store. And they're all in, there's about 20 some odd in that book. There's 100 in the boot camp. But these recipes are, everyone who's taken my course still uses them because they're great. You're going to taste one of them today. I'm playing around. I'm making an Italian ice first, and then I'm making a cream ice, and then I'm making an incredible ice cream. Enough said. Okay. Any questions? Has anyone had Italian ices? Have you eaten Italian ices? Oh, good. Everybody's had Italian ices. How about you? Okay. So the first thing, there's a universal recipe for Italian ices. Every Italian ice in the world will start this way, in our world. Will start this way. And it's on here, and it is this. I'm going to make it in this machine here today. This is a 6-quart. This is a 12 quart. This is a 24 quart. when you go into the business, 100% you will have this eventually, but you don't need it to start with. If money is no issue when you start your business, just buy it. You'll never lose a dime on it, and you'll use it till you're old and gray and rich. This one, I don't, to me, it's between these two. It's the 6-quart or the 24-quart. All my recipes are geared for that. 24-quart, 6-quart. So Italian ices, you can write this down if you want. And you at home, oh, you at home, right? You at home can write this down too. For a 6-quart, and by the way, if we do this for a 6-quart and you have a 24-quart, what do you do?
4 times.
Thank you. Thanks. See, he got away with saying math. That doesn't cut it.
We bounce off each other.
You knew. So for the 6-quart, by the way, Italian ices, really 3 things. That's it. It's water, it's sugar, and it's flavor. The flavor we'll get into in a minute. The water for a 6-quart is 48 ounces. The sugar is 1 pound. And make sure you use real sugar. All right. So Christy is going to help me by getting 1 pound of sugar ready, and I'll get...
How many ounces are in a pound, guys?
16.
All right.
Bacon, right?
So we want 48 ounces. A quart is 32 ounces. Half a quart is 16 ounces. 16 and 32 is 48, so we need 1.5 quarts. It's really not that hard because they printed on all these things. So, you know, even Ed could do this. So we'll put in 16 ounces of this. And then 32. Here's your first tip of the day. All the canisters, containers, tubs, they all have gradient markings on them, so people like Ed and I know how much to put in. And you notice they all, this one is a 1-gallon container, 4 quarts. So it'll have 1 quart, 2 quart, 3 quarts, and it also has liters for, I don't know why. But a tip when you're measuring stuff, see the markings here? Hello? Is this working?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you try to fill it like this, you're trying to do 2 things at once. You're trying to lean back and look at that and get it level and fill it. If you think of it, this way is simpler. You can see it, just pour it in. So that's your first tip. Deposit 25 cents as you leave for that tip. That's all you need to do. I don't think these are on.
Yours is, mine's definitely not.
All right, so the first 2 ingredients in Italian ices, water and sugar. So we'll put the, oh, you want to do this? All right. So we'll dilute the sugar in the water. Not that you have to. And if you use good sugar, it'll dilute. If you use schmooger, it won't. So buy the good stuff, right?
Where do you get that at the dollar store?
Hmm?
Where do you get Smutter from, the dollar store?
Yeah. Yeah. I won't say the other store, but yeah, the dollar store.
I'll do your little tidbit. So what he's referring to as real sugar, it says pure cane sugar. If you go to get the Great Value brand, it just says sugar. And the ingredients, to me, sugar is sugar. He goes by the pure cane sugar, so that's what he's referencing to, the good stuff. Me, I just use regular sugar. It works just the same.
It's all sweet.
Let me just add my 2 cents on that. The profit in what we're doing is astronomical. I never sold Italian ices. Well, I did the first 3 days, but then I went to ice cream. And the profit in ice cream is such that if you do what I tell you, in 18 months, how many years is that, Ed?
1.5.
1.5. Good man. If you do what I tell you, in 1.5 years, you will have grossed close to $1 million. I know you think I'm nuts. I know you think I'm full of it, but I'm not. I'm not. Do what I tell you, and the money will be there. So much so that you don't have to worry about which sugar you buy. Or do I buy Oreos or Schmorios? You buy the real stuff. You won't worry about it because that's not what's important. You know what's important? This. Be happy. I just heard a great quote. Success breeds happiness. No, happiness breeds success. If you do what you love and you're happy doing it, success is right in your pocket. Enough philosophizing. Okay, you see how the sugar has diluted? We'll put it into the machine right now. This is turned on, right?
Yes.
Okay. We'll put it in here, making sure the gate is closed. Now, do you know what the term overrun means? Have you ever heard that term, overrun? It means when you're making ice cream, or to some extent sherbet, the product will expand because of the temperature, the cold, so that if you pour in 1 gallon in the machine, you'll probably get 2 gallons out. That's not so with Italian ices. Italian ices, there's no dairy in here. There's nothing to expand. If you take one of these and put it in the freezer, it'll be one of these solid. So what we put in here, we will get out. Now, so far we put in 1.5 quarts, but that's 2 of the products. What's the third thing we have to add? Flavoring. The sky's the limit. You can't even begin to think of something that won't make a great Italian ice. Well, I'm sure you can. What I like to try is chips and brownies. Chocolate chip brownie Italian ice. How could you go wrong? Now, I told my wife to go get the chocolate chips. So are these Nestle Toll House? No, because Nestle Toll House was 30 cents more. So she got these, great value. You know where that came from, right? Great value?
Manufacturer. Probably the same manufacturer.
Oh, I don't know about that. But that's my wife. Okay, now I bought these and I went to Publix and bought them. She said, no, don't get them at Publix. They're cheaper at blah, blah, blah. So here we are, we have plain brownies. So we'll take the brownies. You can fire that up if you want. When you turn on the video part here, it says, I want to, 1, make ice cream, 2, get help. I'll make ice cream. You know what you're going to press, right? So we put on make ice cream, and then there are different categories. The categories all relate to the speed of the machine, how fast it's going. I tend to make everything on full speed, which is 234 revolutions per minute. You don't have to know that. You don't even have to write it. Because if you put down here, homemade, and start it, you'll see the speed here, 234. She is going to make gelato later, and that is less. That's 170 or something, right?
140.
140 for gelato. It's a much slower churned product, and gelato tends to then be, of course, be thicker. There's less air in it. Think of whipped cream. You pour cream in a bowl, the faster you beat it, the more whipped cream you're going to get. The slower you beat it, the less whipped cream, but the more dense it'll be. Got that? All right, here we have the chocolate chips. Ooh, as soon as I opened it, I smelled them. Oh, they smell great. Oh. So we have chocolate chips and we have brownies. Now, how much do we add? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a recipe for this, but we will in a few minutes. So what I'm going to do is put in things, those ingredients, and then taste, because then I can add to what I want. So it'll taste like what I want. Got it? It's not rocket science. And these guys are going to have 100 of these recipes, adult flavors and regular. All right, so now we're going to add, let's add some brownies first. All right, brownies. Let's just throw them right in there. Icing and everything. All right. Oh boy. Oh. All right. There we go. The little one. Mash it down there. Mash it in there. So we put in a couple of brownies. I think we need more. I think we need the whole damn package of brownies. We also have a secret ingredient if we want. Oh boy, I could just... Wow, you're pretty fast at that. Okay, so we added the whole flat of brownies. What's funny, Burrell?
Nice.
And now we're going to add some chocolate chips. This I'm going to sort of measure because I want you to see how much we're doing. All right, so we'll add that is how many? 12 ounces. You have pens, right? 12 ounces. All right, now comes the crucial part, because I have a secret product that will add, and I think we will, so let's see. Okay, what we're going to add is this. This is Hershey's, but not just chocolate syrup. This is a special product. It's called Hershey's Special Dark. And I highly recommend, if you're going to use any kind of chocolate syrup in your store or in your recipes, make it Hershey's Special Dark. Okay? It's extraordinary. Of course, you can't get it open. It doesn't taste like regular chocolate syrup. It's really good. Nobody else. Now, how much do we add? This is tricky. We'll add a little and then taste it. About that much. That was 8 ounces, by the way. See the color? Look at the color of that. Whoa. You try it. Now I know whether I want to add any more or not. We'll see what she says.
That's chocolate.
It's chocolate, right? So we'll add a touch more. Okay, we have 10 ounces of Hershey's Special Dark. Now that we have what we want, we'll put the condenser on so that it starts to refrigerate around the cylinder and freeze up. And that's over here.
Yeah.
Now, I always like to listen to it turning on. It takes a second, so we press it. Did that go on yet? No. Yeah? Wow, that was fast. Okay, so now what's happening is, I'll show you when we break it down, maybe, if we get a chance. Who took the top? Thanks. So, inside of the door of each of these is this cylinder right here. And wrapped around the cylinder are these tubes. And wrapped around the tubes is this foam. The tubes are the refrigeration. So when you turn on the compressor, you don't have to know this. All you have to know is this. But when you turn on the compressor, the tubes get the refrigerant in it, and it starts to get cold. It gets so cold that it starts to freeze up in there. The blades are going at how fast? Right, 234 revolutions a minute counterclockwise, which means that as the ice cream or ices or whatever, gelato, starts to freeze and stay on the side where it's coldest, the blades whoosh, bring it back in the middle. So in a very short time, probably 10 minutes for this, you'll have a solidified product. In this case, Italian ices. And you'll be eating them in 11 minutes. And woo, won't that be fun? So that's how the machine works. All these machines, the water-cooled ones, come with 2 hoses in the back. That's how it comes from the factory. Factory tour, by the way, after this today. The 2 hoses, one you connect to water. See those 2 hoses there? One connects to water going into the machine, and all it does is simply cool the motor. It's a small motor in a small area, so the water cools, just like your car, the radiator. So the water cools it, and then it comes back out. And it's coming out now in the sink. It isn't.
It's air cooled.
Ah, I freaked out for a second there. The 6-quart comes either water-cooled or air-cooled. My first one, 6-quart, was an air-cooled machine as well.
And these only come air cooled.
So there you go. So it's really a simple process. You don't even need a water supply. It's air-cooled. And that's it. It's crazy simple. And the machine will make you a future. Just as simple as that. It'll make you a future. Any questions about what we're doing? Any questions about what we're doing? No? No questions? No?
We didn't put any.
Here comes the question now.
This is all about making it fresh. So what stabilizers and all that kind of stuff? How do we keep it like smooth texture?
Great question, and I have a great answer. The question was, what about stabilizers? How do we keep it stored? How do we keep it smooth, right? Okay, here's the simple answer. You don't need them. What? Why would you need stabilizers? To make the product smooth? What do you taste how smooth this is going to come out of the machine? to keep it fresh in the freezer. How long do you need to keep it fresh for? A couple of weeks. You don't need stabilizers for that. You have a freezer. If I put you in that freezer for a couple of weeks, you'll pop out as fresh as could be after that. You don't need it. I've never, ever used a stabilizer. What's the other thing? Stabilizers and emulsifiers. Never used them. I don't think you need it. Remember what we're after. We're after the world's best ice cream. The world's best ices. So the more you put in, the worse it's going to get. We can take this chocolate Italian ice and we can add dark brown color. We can add a bottle of chocolate flavor. But why? Look what we added to that. We added a box of brownies from the store. Who doesn't like brownies? And we added chocolate chips and we added some chocolate syrup. I mean, that's it. And where do you taste it? Your eyes will roll back in your head. So that's my answer. Never used them, never will, never seen any need for it. And these are chest freezers, what I recommend you start with. And chest freezer, you keep it down to what, 5 degrees? How's that looking?
10
Yeah.
below.
Is it, oh, look at that, it's happening already.
Wash it first.
Taste away. So that's, I don't like colors either. I don't like flavorings. I don't like emulsifiers. I don't like any of that stuff. When I first, I guess I can say this, right?
What?
When I first came here.
Yeah.
When I first came here and sat where Jade sat, Jay is sitting, all these shelves, all of them, this one and all those, were filled with bottles and cans of emulsifiers, stabilizers, coloring, flavoring, and I had to get rid of it. It's just not the way, not the direction I want to go in. I want you to taste what we are familiar with. Has anybody had a good glass of emulsifier recently? You ever taste it? You wouldn't, would you? How about, what's the other thing? Stabilizer. Would you have give me a shot of stabilizer. No, nobody wants that. I mean, I'm sorry if that's our sponsors or whatever, but it's just not what I believe in. Okay? Okay, let's taste this. By the way, good spoons.
Thanks. The company that makes these spoons are on the...
Hey, how come it turned blue?
Yeah, color changing. Cold, cold.
Cold? Why does it do that?
You can get them in a variety. Go, white to blue, purple to blue, purple to pink, pink to white. We're blue, so I picked blue spoons.
Okay. Now that it's sort of solidified, we're going to keep a closer eye on it because it's freezing, obviously, and we want it to come out perfect. If you'll look, you'll see where we are now. See that? It's close. The question is, how long do we let it go for? What's the time on it, right?
Honey trust me, yeah.
Right, you can't use that because Italian ices will take longer, gelato will take a little longer, ice cream takes a little shorter, and then it depends on the ingredients. If you have a lot of ingredients in there that are sugar-based and sweet, it takes a bit longer to get solid. The point is, good question, the point is, we're not going to be reading a book while we're making ice cream. We're not going to be on our phone while we're making ice cream. We're not going to leave the room while we're making ice cream. None of those. You stay here and you pay attention. because this is your world now, making these things. And you want the best, don't you? Do you all want the best? Well, to get the best, you have to focus. Always focus. Is it make a difference? Does it make a difference if you pull it at 10 minutes or 10 and a half minutes? Yeah, of course it makes a difference, because the longer it goes in that circle there, the more solidified it gets. Ice cream especially. So you do have a little leeway. Some people, like me, pull it a little early. I like it a little softer when it comes out of the machine, for the reason that I like it to compress more when I fill the buckets up, because that makes a creamier, richer product. The other way is fine also. It's not going to make a big difference, 45 seconds, but you'll determine how you like it. And you'll do it by doing what I'm doing. You check it, you taste it, you check it, and then you'll know. And then after you've made the same ice cream 50 times, you'll know exactly what you want it to taste like and look like when it comes out of the machine. Yes?
Now, if you happen to get distracted and you miss the time, would it matter if it stays in there too long?
Get into a different business. We don't get distracted.
Ask
You-
that again when it's my turn.
I think we're good to go.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Okay, I'm stalling now a little.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready.
Okay, so even though I'm going to turn off the compressor, it's still cold in there. And it's still getting a little colder as we speak, because nothing happens like that unless it's his attention span. So we'll turn this off. Listen.
It's air cold. It's air cold, remember?
Oh, there we go. Okay, you heard the compressor cut off. Now you could leave this in here till Thursday. It won't matter. Nothing will happen. It'll just melt. But we'll take it out now. Now she's going to dish that up and we're all going to try it. It's very visual, isn't it? It's very visual. Okay, what you should taste in this is the nuances. You should be able to taste the brownies. You should be able to taste everything we put in it. You should be able to taste the Hershey Special Dark, the brownies, and the chocolate chips. They should all come on your tongue, and they will. Remember, there's no expansion in this. In the industry, the expansion is called overrun. And there's no overrun in this. So this is what we put in. We put in 1.5 quarts of water, and then we poured in 10 ounces of syrup and 12 ounces of chocolate chips and a bunch of brownies. Can you over brownie? How can you over brownie? You can't over brownie. Can you over chocolate chip? No, you can't over chip. Okay, this looks pretty good actually.